All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Growth Insider brought to you by Zunesty. Today, I'm very lucky to have Raj, the co-founder of QuoteShack, on. He's a very experienced entrepreneur. He's sold a business before. He's got a lot of cool insights to share. So, Raj, do you want to just give a quick background of who you are, a little bit about the experience from that previous company, and then what you're doing at QuoteShack?
Firstly, thanks Austin for bringing me and our tech startup upfront. I will describe a little bit about myself. I come from a finance background, finance and economics background. Entrepreneurship is really in my blood, and it started from school days. Then, when I came to the university, business school, we developed a couple of applications. We sold it, and then eventually we planned to develop this fintech application, but with time we need money to develop the fintech application. So literally we developed different kind of apps to make some money. We got the money, now we jumped into it to develop what we call is Meet QuoteShack or QuoteShack. It's a fintech application based on AI and ML model, which helps lenders as well as the borrowers on the both sides. But still, we are far away from where we targeted or what the goal is. We are really in the early stage, uh, just penetrating the market. Hopefully, with time, our product would be in the vast market, and it will be helping many people, especially those people who are struggling from paycheck to paycheck, who are unable to understand what kind of financial institution would be better for them, what lenders would be good for them, rather than putting on their application for credit cards or for any kind of personal loan and then getting into in a very sucking condition, like we're wasting the time as well as hampering the credit. So we're trying to help those people as well as for the lenders. The lenders often use, still now there are lots of we when we see in the back end of the lenders, there are many sections they use manual rather than using AI. AI didn't came out like fully in the other sector, but automation is active in finance sector for a long time. And but still we can see, when I was working in a big banks, I have seen people or the banks still use the manual multiple platforms for one application, like one app, one section, one platform they use to collect application, one platform they use to collect documents, one platform they use to interact with the applicant. So overall, you are playing with multiple platforms rather than using one, wasting time, wasting as well as the employees also struggle behind. Sometime what happens, you make mistakes using multiple platforms. It happened a lot of time. It happened, I have seen practically, like you need to fund 5k, by mistake you opened up another application and they funded 6k instead of that. So this kind of errors
Yeah.
happen a lot in the backside. We doesn't get the news in the upfront because this is all on the back end of the banks and the financial institutions. So when I worked at that time, I saw that there are lots of problems in the financial sector. What we call is inefficiencies. So we are trying to solve those inefficiencies, bringing an efficient or very streamlined processing system, so that neither the borrower nor the lender have got any difficulty in completing an application, and all will be on the same platform. So our all-in-one lending AI analytical platform will help in a versatile way. Like for example, if you want to collect application, you can collect application. If you want to collect documents, you can collect documents. You want to verify documents, you're gonna be doing verification of documents. You want to communicate with the applicant, when an application starts, there would be a window open. The window would be for email, for documents, and for text. So until the application has been processed or until the application has been approved or declined, that window remain open. So it's it's an all-in-one application for the lenders as well as for the borrowers. It happens like still now I have seen that many of the documents in the real life we send it either by link the banks or the lenders send you link, you use that link to upload the document, or using Dropbox from the bank, or using any kind of portal, and lastly that the email they use. So what is happening, like, we do have the AI, okay, we do have every kind of system available in the market. Why not they use the AI to use the AI to verify the document instantly? Why collecting documents, then again sending it manually, verifying all the documents manually, and then pushing it to the funding department for funding? Rather than doing that, what our system will do, it will collect the document and it will instantly verify the document. So if required, like for example, I need to verify your job, I need to do a phone verification, the system will call the company, the system will send email to the company, will verify, and it will update in your system that it has been verified. You do not need to do anything manually. So what we are planning, or what we are doing in our application, is bringing all the processor it at one place, so that if you open QuoteShack, you're gonna get collection of application, then processing of application, then collecting of documents, verification of document, interacting with the applicant, and at the end, what we're gonna do, we're gonna generate a risk matrix report for each application, making you aware that what are the risks the application is carrying, so that the lender or the private lender or the banks or the finance institution, they can know what are the hazards or what are the risk the application is carrying. Based on that, they can set their principle or their policies, and they can set what the interest rate can be, what the whether the application is I'm gonna say match with their policies, and it will help them a lot with that risk matrix report. They can, at a glance, they will see everything over there: the verification, the DTI, the TDSR, then the other, if they failed any payment, if they missed any payment. So it's more or less, it's gonna be a report where you don't need the credit score overall, because we are more of what we are doing, we're doing
Wow.
financial analysis of applicant. So that means if you do not go with the credit score, it doesn't matter, because you are getting the entire financial report of that applicant.
Wow. I am very close to this right now because it's a completely different market, but you've sparked something in my head because I'm applying for an apartment in like an older apartment building right now, and their document processing for applications is like very rigorous because I live in Southern California. And it's awful. Like the back and forth and all the steps of sending different, credit report, background check, all of these systems that
I
don't
understand.
interact with each
Yeah.
other. And I think there's so much opportunity for entrepreneurs like yourself or other people listening to simply just tap into some of these markets like you've done with QuoteShack, where it's just outdated. And there's nothing, it doesn't take like a genius entrepreneur to figure out that is completely outdated, and there's AI and automation that can change the entire
Yeah, very,
industry. And
very.
it sounds like that's what you guys are
I know
doing.
exactly what you're saying, because I have seen it in a practically when I worked in the bank. I have seen mortgage, especially mortgage. It takes hell of a time. There is no required to waste the time
Yep.
that they waste. See, you are collecting documents. What you are doing, you are is using your employees to verify it manually. And sometimes what happens, like, you have to generate a checklist. So it doesn't need to do manually. Okay, what happens, we are launching our agentic bot. So what is agentic bot? Agentic bot is an system where we will integrate all kinds of API, and we will automate that, so that whatever instruction you're gonna give to that agent, it's gonna do your work. Like for example, in the morning I opened my system and I instructed that these are the 5 applications, go through it, and whatever required, just pull the documents, verify the documents. If required, call the employees, and if required, there is A new application came in, send the checklist. So what they're gonna do, the agentic bot will summarize everything. They will contact applicant number one. The applicant number one is a new applicant. So you need to send them a checklist of the documents that are required. So the agentic bot will automatically send you a checklist. So you are sending the document to the system. So if there is anything missing, the agentic bot will instantly send you a text that this is missing, this is not updated, or this is not the correct one. You need to send exactly this document. So until the agentic bot is getting the right document, it will not process. It will hold it over there. You send the right document, the system will process it, then it forward to the underwriter. When the underwriter comes in, everything is done. The report is there, the risk matrix report, the papers of the documents, the system collected, everything is verified right in front. If he wants, he can double check. If he doesn't want, if he trusts the system, everything is well and good. Yeah, initially we are new, so people can double check, but laterally if we do work like 100,000 application or more, people will like I think lenders and financial institutions will have more trust on the system, so they doesn't have to do like a manual after one. But initially, if they want, they can do a manual review of each and every document. Everything is done. So a process that takes 10 days, we can bring it to 2 days. Instantly, 2 days. Within 2 days, a mortgage will be completed. For personal loan, our goal is 5 minutes funding. 2 minutes is the application processing.
Wow.
1 minute verification, and another 1 minute funding. We are done. For car loan,
That's amazing.
sometimes, yeah, for car loan,
like,
it might, yeah, for car loan, I'm gonna say it's gonna take a little bit of time, because we will do the processing instantly within 5 minutes. Everything will be done, but the delivery, they might take time, because sometimes new cars, they do not have it in the dealership. Sometimes they have some issues with the used car. They need to fix few things. So that might delay. Otherwise, if you say of funding, we will do it in 5 minutes.
Of course. Yeah, that's impressive. So specifically for like lenders, let's just talk about the time, because obviously a lot of times the lenders are larger institutions, or like if it's private loans, it's still about saving time and money. So you're saying that can save, multiple days per application over the course of like a year. What does that look like for a company that's a lender for in any industry like this? What can they expect as like a result of using QuoteShack?
So I was presenting few days back to a company. Okay, it's a personal loan company. They only deal with personal loan. I think they started with car loan. So overall, they do, like, for example, they do. I'm just giving a rough figure. 500,000 in a month they fund. Okay, they collect 1,000 application in a month. Okay, the processing and everything. There are many things that happens while you collect documents. Like, you are doing it manually with your employees. So sometimes it happens like you might miss an opportunity from the application. So you collected 1,000 application in a year. So for in a month, you collected, like, for example, 100 applications. And out of that, you funded 65 application in a month. And other 35 application you missed out, your employees missed out. Might be they say that, no, it doesn't work, this number doesn't work, this is overlapping. So what it happens, like, if you use our system, the machine or the model, they never miss any chance. Like, for example, they scan each and every application very, very minutely. So human eyes might miss an opportunity. So for example, this company, we showed them, they collect 100 application in a month, and they are funding around 55 to 60 application. Using our model, they can increase that to 75. So that means they are increasing almost like 15 application per month. So if you overall you calculate 15 application in a month, in a year, how much application they are increasing. So 15, just take it as make it round, 15, 10, 150 application they are increasing in a month, in a year. So 150 application, if you multiply that with a net margin of, like, for example, take it as $300. So how much you're increasing? You're increasing almost like I'm gonna say 40k or 30k, 50k in a year with your net profit. So that is, I'm just giving you a rough example. If you are a big institution, you might increase your net profit or net margin by almost like half a million to 1 million using our application. Because what happens, there are many of, I'll give you a practical example while I was working in bank. So sometimes what happens, like we are doing 10 application. Out of that 10 application, 2 application I just overlooked. I see the credit score is low, there are some mispayments, and probably the 90% or 95% chance it will get declined. So what I did, I just moved that application away from the system, and I didn't touch it. And then later on, when my team leader or my vice president asked me that, I said that those are not, those are the poor score. They have got low income. It will not work. So just cancel it. But the system, what they will do? System will not do that. System will do every kind of verification necessary to give you the utmost result of the processing. So the application that human eye have pushed away, those applications will also be minutely verified, and if there is any opportunity, the system will say this is the place. His DTI is low, but his last few months payments are very good, so you can take a chance of him by giving him, yeah, might be little bit of higher interest, but you can fund him because his payment has changed, his situation is changing. So these are the opportunities the system can create, human eyes cannot create. So those are the chances that will increase the overall, I'm gonna say, funding, increase in funding, the number of application processing. Overall, the net margin will increase at least like take it around 15 to 20% overall in a year for any kind of lending. And the most importantly, our application can be used for any type of loan, whether it's a private lending, whether it's a mortgage, whether it's a car loan, whether it's a business loan, or whatever loan in this entire planet you have. We can be used with any kind of loans.
Amazing. So I'm kind of curious, what is it seems like things are going well in the business, but we have a lot of entrepreneurs, executives, business owners that listen to the show, and I'm curious, what is the biggest challenge right now for scaling the company? Like, what are you guys running into that's difficult?
I'll tell you the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge is when you're entering a fintech industry, most important is the trust. Because you're dealing with very sophisticated data, people think twice adding you with your application. Like until and unless there is any kind of network or any kind of opportunity or any kind of doors open, I'm gonna say like a coincidence happens. It's very difficult for you or for any kind of startup to enter into a fintech industry, because they do not, the most of the big lenders, they do not want to change the system. They do not want to change the system because they have already have so many funding, so much money they are lending. Why they want to change it? It's a headache for them. And then also adding a new company, all of a sudden, if something happens, like for example, any data breach or any kind of thing happen with the new company, then why the big finance institution will take a headache? That's a big challenge to enter into
Yeah.
this market, as well as it depends how much fund you have. Also, the funding for the startup also depends. Like for example, if the product that I launched is been launched by any of the person from Goldman Sachs or from JP Morgan or from Chase, people will accept it because they have like a background of finance and they are from a big company. It will definitely use it, and it's gonna be in the market in a second. But for us to penetrate that market, it's gonna be very challenging. We are meeting with lenders. Like I have presented to 5 lenders. The 5 lenders has put me on hold. They are still thinking. They said to me that it's a good product, it's gonna be helpful, but they are still thinking because of the data that we'll be collecting, because we'll be dealing with very sophisticated data. If anything happens from our side or from anywhere, they will be in trouble. So that's the reason behind they think 100 times before giving an opportunity to a very new or early stage tech startup. Like for example, we did partnership with 2 companies. One is Blade, Another one is the TransUnion, the credit bureau. They in getting the partnership also, it was so much struggle, so much struggle. They sent me tons of documents, they sent me tons of questions asking me how we gonna process the data, how we gonna save the data, what are the precautions we are taking if there is any breach or anything happens. So these are the challenges they will be remain, but only if one can give an opportunity, or if we get in opening in the coming months, definitely this product will solve a big problem. That's I not only I know, every banker or every lender knows that there is the issue, but they do not want to accept it, or they do not want to consider it, or do not want to add a new startup at this moment, rather than holding it up until and unless there is a choke situation that you need it, you have to do it, you do at that time. But yeah,
Got it. That
what
makes
we are
sense.
doing is like we are taking few steps in the marketing, rather than focusing on the lenders. Also, we turned our head towards the borrowers also. We are launching one product in the
Mm,
month of December 1st. What that will help? That will help the people who live from paycheck to paycheck to understand their financial condition, and if they use that tool, they will be able to understand which lender, if they apply, will get approval. So this is one feature we are launching. This feature will help us to gain little bit momentum in the market, because if the borrower puts up confidence on us, putting up the application, asking, checking which lender would be best for them, then I can pull that application and I can take to JP Morgan that this is the person who is requiring, asking for loan from your company. If you want, I can give the application to you.
mm. Yeah, so then there's the demand built in that you're using to close the lenders like into your platform. That makes sense. Um, Other question I have, so the biggest challenge, you kind of laid that out for your guys' goals as a business though. Um, what's going to happen in like the next 6 months or a year? Like where are you guys trying to get to?
See, the target for the next 6 months, we are not thinking about like a for a very long term. We are putting up goals for short term. Like our target is for coming 3 months
Mm,
now, collecting at least 5,000 application and processing it. We don't have like lots of number of lenders, but I told you that we are launching a new system, a new app in the market. Along with our platform, we will be launching the app probably December 1st with new features, and also available in the web too. So that feature will collect application. We will still now we collected almost like 30 application. We processed it. We send it to the lenders. So that's the reason behind the lenders have given me the time, and they asked me to present, because we already give them application. So now to make that better,
mm,
and to make it more professional, we are launching this application that will help the borrower to understand about the financial condition, as well as we will get the application, and we will try to collect 5,000 application in coming 3 months, as well as see. I know we would need fund to grow also. What we are doing, we are starting the revenue system too. We are launching our subscription model, one for borrower and two for lenders. For the borrowers, it is
mm,
Be Smart, with $299 per month. They will get three features at this moment. One is how much you check what you qualify. Second is uh, check which lenders best for you, and apply one application for multiple lenders. And the third one is connect with the advisor. So what we are doing, we are giving them a platform where they can connect with the advisors too. For example, you are not confident enough to use our application. You are not confident enough. You're thinking that I will put my data over here. Where the data will go, we don't know. You're not confident enough. You can use our advisor system. Over there, there would be a realtor, there would be mortgage agent, there would be financial advisor, whatever you want, or insurance agent, whatever you want, you can select You can book right from there. You can talk in video or in person. And after that, if you're dealing with that person after completion of your processing, you can also put a review over there. So how that person has performed his or her duty. So what we're going to collect, if we can do that also on the other side, we'll collect all the reviews of the borrowers or the applicants about the agents. That also will play a game. We can use our model to make that review system in a such a way that we can make understand people that these are the top agents. You can collaborate. They can help you get your loan faster. So that is one technique we're using. We'll be starting it at $299 a month, and for the lenders, or for the private lenders, or for institution, or for credit unions, we are launching this called smart lending. So the smart lending and custom. So custom, we are keeping it open. I know big institution, they want the system to be like them. So for them, we are keeping it open for the custom build. Whatever they want, we can just do like that. And for the small lenders, private lenders, we have smart lending. That's very cheap. I think that's $49 a month. $49 a month. They will be getting generate lead, convert lead into application instantly, then collect, document, and verify. And the fourth one is chat, email, or text from the same platform. So these are the 4 features we'll be adding for them at this moment. If they want more feature, we can give them, but it depends the capacity of the lender, what they want or not. So we're keeping it custom and the smart that we are launching from the December, so that in the long run we will also have the revenue, as well as our target is not for the 6 months. In coming 90 days, target is 5K application and get at least 100 on board from the borrower side, and at least 20 lenders from the lender side in our subscription model. And let's see, we are not
Amazing.
like thinking it very big. We are going time with time, and hopefully something comes up amazing.
Love it. Last thing here. I know we're kind of wrapping up, but where can people find out more about QuoteShack, and where can people connect with you if they're interested?
If people are interested, they can go straightway to our website. We have our web platform launched already. The MVP is available. It's meetquoteshack.com. If they go over there, they have a chatbot over there. If they want to ask anything, they can communicate over there. It will come directly to me. Or if they want to sign up, there are sign ups for both the people, applicant as well as for the lenders. The lenders need to fill up a small application form. If they fill up, it will come to us. We will connect to that lender. And in leaving all this, if they want to ask anything, they can chat right from the website. We will reply instantly and we'll get connected. If they want any kind of information, want to understand more about Meet QuoteShack, we are ready to explain. We are ready to make them understand what we are doing, what benefit they can get, what are the features we have currently. So it's overall what I'm going to say, if the lenders are ready to transform the lending system, we are ready to talk.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. I know a lot of people listening probably will check you guys out, learn more about what you've done in your career, and yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Austin, for your time. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.